Howdy followers, welcome back to Old School Balls. I am Shane Amondo. This is the Little Snake HQ. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Not very big, but it's perfect for me. That's all I need. Right, so today, if you don't want to watch this, that's fine, because there is plenty of other people with videos exactly the same as this. But this is just to give you an insight on how I do my snakes, okay? So I'm going to talk you through how I feed my snakes, what I feed them, and the process of getting ones that sort of aren't the best feeders to take a meal. And it works all the way through from hatching new babies all the way up to the biggest snake that I've got. So really, I've never really had a proper issue at the minute. Some just take longer than others. That's the main issue I've had. So where am I going to start? Let me think. Let me show you my feeding station and my defrost station. I don't really have any sort of set time periods to feed my snakes. Ideally I do them on a Saturday or Friday or Saturday, and if I need to on a Sunday. If I'm breeding females, they'll go an extra, they'll probably be fed on a Thursday, and then the Wednesday, and then the Thursday, and so on and so on anyway. So I get a good little routine of doing it. I aim to do it once a week, or if not every 5 days, with little tiny ones and breeding females. Okay, I don't really have a set time, like I said. So if I get the stuff out in the morning and some of it's defrosted by lunchtime, I'll bang them at lunchtime, little one, and if it's like 5 o'clock for the rest of it, I'll do it at 5 o'clock. If I get them out late, then they get fed late. If I get them out early, they get fed early. Okay, I've never really had an issue with feeding through the day. It still works for me. Some snakes do feed better at night time. If I've got any that are sort of taking longer to take, then I'll do it at night time, or I'll do it really early in the morning when I get up at, like, say 6 o'clock and I've got something out. I'll offer it at 6 o'clock. Anyway, let's flip round. I'll show you my little feeding station, and then I'll show you the old food, and we'll talk about what food to go and where. So this here is my little feeding station work area thing. It's not massive, but it gives me just enough stuff, enough space, and then all my other little bits and bobs that I need, notepads and pens, blah blah blah. Anyway, this is where I sort my food out. So what I do with this is, I've got this tub spray bottle here. The spray don't work very well, so I just use it to hold water on the morning that I want to use it for my kettle, because I heat my water up in the kettle. I don't have a tap in here, so this is just the way I have to do it. What else do I use? I also use this little tub. It's always the same tub. Give it a wipe out and that, so it's like one ruined tub basically. And I put the hot water in there just to hold it. And then we're also going to need some kitchen roll, everybody's best friend, some kitchen roll. So that's sort of basically all I need to do, all the stuff I need to use to prep my food if I have a little problem. Also got some feeding tongs, some nice little metal ones that clip together, got rounded edges. I do have another bigger set, but they seem to have disappeared right now. So yeah, that's my little work area. Right, so let's move around to my defrosting area. So I like to defrost over here. I defrost on top of this rack. It helps with obviously the smell going into this rack, and then it fills the room when the fan's on. I've turned it off now because it makes too much noise in the video. And then I lay it out like this, like a piano. Okay, so today we're feeding AFS's. Pretty much all of my animals feed on these. They're still a little bit cold and a little bit hard. I only got them out at like 8 o'clock this morning, but they're all on different sizes. So I start with the smallest one. So I've got one small one out at the minute, which is a 30 gram little belter, and he's for anyone that's in these sort of tubs. Okay, so today, because this guy missed it, because he was in shed, we'll be feeding this guy. So hopefully don't bite me and smell the food. But yeah, so he's not huge. But I give him a 30 gram, which seems to do him just right. Oh, he is available if you want him, by the way, let me know. I'll hook you up. Get back in there. Oh, we'll drop that in later. So yeah, that's sort of roughly the sort of size we go for the 30 grammers. See, again, same sort of size. And the GHI stuff, ooh, GHI stuff will get 30 gram as well. We better put her away because she can smell the food. The only difference with this rack is I've got the pastel puzzle. She was really, took ages for me to get her feeding, but we got there in the end. So she takes small weaners, she won't take AFS rats, okay, at the minute anyway. So we're working on getting her to take AFS. Don't bite me. So yeah, so they're on AFS. I like AFS. I think they grow better on these, and I think the colours of my animals look better on these, and there's less waste, less poo, and it don't smell as much. So I quite like these. They're really good. I used to do just rats. I see get through rats quicker than I did these, if that makes sense. It's weird, it's hard to explain. But yeah, they're moving up a little bit more to this sort of size. This is a 50 gram, and then 50 grams will go to today this guy. So he is a little bit bigger than the other ones. If he's in here, yeah, he's in there. So he's going to my banana bongo clown. Not the best lighting at the minute. I might put the other light on so you can see. And then they will also go to things like this guy. Where's he gone? It's under the water bowl. He'll go to the yellow belly pied het exantic. So you can see, just as a size reference, as long as it doesn't bite me, my fingers smell of rat. So you can see he's a bit bigger than the other one, isn't he? He may be able to go off a food item soon. But that's the yellow belly pied exantic. We'll be feeding him as well. And then any other sort of males that I want to keep on the lighter side, we'll do that. So we're back over here. And then we're moving up to, so I think we've got 3 of them. And then all these 60 grammers. Okay, 60 grams. As you can see, just slightly a little bit bigger. So these are for this rack over here. So let's look at this. So I've got girls this size who is breeding and locking at the minute. So she's quite big. They'll probably get 2 of them 60 grams. 60 grams is the smaller side of things that I like to use for that sort of size. Then there's this girl. She's about 1500 grams. She'll have a 60. And then she might even have 2 now. The blackhead's a bit smaller, so she'll have a 60. Blackhead Mojave. This girl here, wherever she's gone, she'll have a 60. Leopard het ultramale plus het clown. This girl, see that, she nearly got me. So this girl here, she's gonna start getting ready to breed soon anyway, so that's probably why she didn't try to nail me, and she can smell the food. But she'll have 2 60s. Funny, wasn't it? Nearly got me. My son is now laughing at me. And then there's girls like this one. She'll have 60. So you can see everyone in this rack will have about a 60 gram. But that's the lightest I like to go in that rack. So yeah, back. Right, yeah, so that's sort of roughly size. She nearly bit me. You've got to be careful with these guys. Nearly made me drop my phone. That would have been bad, wouldn't it? Right, so yeah, they're 60s. I do like to give them bigger girls that are breeding. I do like to chuck them 60s, and I do like to chuck them 70 to 80s every now and again, just to boost it that little bit more. So yeah, so let's just let all this fully defrost. I mean, like when I said I don't have set times, like this now is defrosted, so I would feed this now. It don't make any difference. In fact, let's do it now just to show you. So what's the time now? The time's 11:56. Okay. So just to show you that I don't have any problems on whatever time of day it goes. We'll try and give this guy a feed. So all I'm going to do is just open this tub. I did just pick him up, so he might not want it. It looks like he wants it. Then just give him a little wiggle. Hello. He nearly got my finger. He's going for my finger. Come on. There you go, you got it. So there you go, he's got it. And that is that time in the morning. Yeah, so he's fed. So yeah, so that's what I mean by I don't have any time. So I'm just going to wait for the rest to defrost, just because it'll be easier. And then we'll bang through and we'll get them feeding. And then I'll show you why I use this. If it occurs, it may not occur. It might occur, it may not occur. But we'll give it a go. Anyway, by the power of, what is this, YouTube, nearly said Instagram, we're going to come back when he's defrost. And just like that, everything is defrosted. Woo! So, what we're going to do now is, I've filled the kettle up, but I've not boiled it, so we can try everything cold. We can check on this dude. So as you can see, he has eaten. He's got his little lumps there. So he's happy, so it works. See, told you it worked. Right, anyway. So the time is now, this time. The room smells of these things, because I can smell it now. And we're going to go and hit them up. So first things first, we can go with the smaller 50s. Alright, get them in my tongs. And go over to the pied. Feeding day. So let's have a look. Where's he at? He's probably under the water bottle. Oh no, he's in the hide. Woo! So just so you guys can see him, let's give him a little offer. Come on. Do you want this? Do you want it? Do you want it? Oh, he's got it. There we go. So he has taken. Look how nice that pied is. Don't you think that's just the right amount of pied? Because I do. Not too white, not too patterny. So we'll pop the hide back and leave him be. So there's that one. So then what we'll do is we'll head on over to there, pick up another 50. And the other one I said I was going to feed today was the banana. So here's the banana. So he's probably in his, I don't even know if he's in shed actually. I ain't checked. That is a good thing to do before. Oh, he's in shed, so we won't bother feeding him, look. Well in shed, I should have checked that before. So, me being me, didn't check. So what we'll do is we'll just give him to the Ultramel, because the Ultramel's been locking. So we don't waste it. Let's see, he's ready for it. Oh, he's going to come and get me. Go on then. Take it. Do you want it? Do you want it? There you go. Now he's got it. So that one won't be wasted. And it's still not like a massive meal for him. It's, you know, it's quite a little light lunch really. So yeah. So you see they do take it any time of the day. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to boil the kettle. Because, in fact, my desert ghosting shed as well. Why didn't I think of this before? See, I didn't plan very well. You have to plan these things. So I'm going to flip the kettle on. So I've now filled that with water. While that's boiling, we will just go and offer this to the one that nearly bit me a minute ago. So I may need some help with this. Riley, do you want to open that up? The one that nearly bit me. I'll just do it from the side. Gently. Because I can't do it with one hand. Right, so here's the girl. She was absolutely flying for me a minute ago. Want it? Do you want it? So this is a 60. Yeah, this is a 60. Just had to check, sorry. No, that's the tongs. Let go of the tongs. Let go of the... Okay. Oh, she let go. Good. It's just caught inside her mouth. So there, yeah. So that does happen sometimes. when it does happen, I just let go of them, leave them, and then when they readjust to take the rat, they normally drop them and I can get them out. That's why we have 2 pairs. And that's why I like the rounded edge hooks, not going to jab them straight in the roof of the mouth or anything. So let's just let the kettle boil and then we'll get back to it. Right, so just so I can show you how I do this, I'm going to do it anyway because I might not get a chance to. But I've done this for ages. I've done this with retics and everything, so I've not had any issues with it. You've just got to be sensible and use your head. So what I do is obviously smell, sight and heat is one of the main things, and I used to find that the heat was the biggest thing to get babies going anyway. But just so you can see what I do is I've got my defrosted ASF, and all I do is got my water from the kettle, I just dump him in, just his head, give him a little shake off, put him in a kitchen roll so he's not dripping wet, so we just dry him off. Okay, and then what I do is I don't know if I'll be able to show you, but I just test it on the back of my hand, and if it's too hot, which is not, it's cooled down, so just give it a little shake off and get it a bit cool. So he's not steaming, I can touch him, he's not hot. Okay, you'd know if it's too hot, and then we get the female we want. So by this time it's still cooling down as well, so now it's just got like a little bit of a heat signature to it, which is stronger than room temperature. And then we just offer it, and boom, she's took that. So yeah, that's how I use my little setup. But like I say, sometimes we don't need to use it, so we'll just carry on going. Let's try this girl. See, sometimes she has to have these a little bit hot. So there's another 60 gone, and I think that's a prime example of her taking the tongs. So she's took me tongs. So now what we'll do is we'll just leave her for a bit, wait for him to give them back to us. So because she's took them, we've now resorted to the backup tongs. I don't really like these because they're not very, these are old. I've had these for years since I was doing retics. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to warm this one back up, only because the one I want to feed now, she's been breeding. Her food response was absolutely mental. Slowed right down, and then she started only taking warm things. So we'll try, right, open the Ultramel for me. So we'll try her. This little tester on my hand, this is fine. Go on. So there she is. So this girl might not feed anyway, but we'll soon see. Because look, she's been breeding, so she's building. She's inverted a few times. Lots of locks. Might just take a little while. And then sometimes what I do is I just go back in there for a little dip again, just to re-warm it up. Dry it off. Normally do it with 2 hands though, not one. Give it a little test. Yep, it's not steaming as you can see. We go back to it. There we go. Oh, she took it. There we go. So she took it. See? But her feeding response has slowed right down anyway. So I'm hoping she's going soon. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm going to crack on and finish feeding these off. Yeah? And then we'll talk again soon.
3, 2, 1!
And as you can see, we have the feeding tongs back. Boom. Ta-da. Cool, so as you can see now, my shelf is empty. That means everybody has taken their food, okay? So all I've got to do now is I like to give it like an hour, hour and a half, and then just come back to make sure they have actually eaten it. You can probably see the first few have actually probably started taking the meal down. That's what they do. But that water trick works all the time, without fail. Even with little babies, it works really well with little babies. Just gives them that heat signature a bit better. Some people may say, oh, you just need tap water, but I've always used it. It's always worked. I've never had a problem. So if it ain't broke, don't fix it. As long as you use your common sense and don't give it too much by the rope. Put the rat in there for like 10 minutes, let it get real hot, explode and stuff. Just dip the head in, couple of seconds, dry it off so it's not dripping, so when they wrap it, they're not squeezing all that hot water onto the self and potentially burning the self. Wave it off, cool down to touch. You know, you'll know by the back of your hand whether it's too hot or not. So yeah, that is how I feed my snakes all the time, every time, with no issues, apart from obviously some take longer than others. I haven't got any that refuse to eat week on, week out, or have some that eat and then some that don't eat. They're all sort of pretty steady on the same sort of level. Got my feeding tongs back after using these things. These were really good when I first got them, but they're a bit weak now. It's not very good. But I did used to use these with pigs and piglets, like shaking little heads and that about. So I'll probably break them. But it's always good to have a backup pair for that situation. And these are, like I say, these are rounded, so it's not really in sharp bits. They can do it as long as you know they've took it and you're not yanking on it. It's not a problem. So yeah. So all we do is let them digest it. The time is now 12:06. So slap bang in the middle of the feed. I don't know, maybe it's just the way I've set up, but it works. Some people wait to do it at night time. Some people, you know, set days and stuff. I like to think that because I mix it around a bit with the timings and sort of the days, I keep that good feeding response up. They don't sort of get into a habit. They eat when they eat, you know, when they're offered food, they take it. So as long as it's done sort of weekly, 8 days, I suppose, it's not too long. And yeah, I hope you all enjoyed that. I've got some new snakes coming on Friday. No, next Friday. I've got a shed test coming back on Friday for another one that I shed tested. So, that being said, hopefully I'll see you on them Fridays. Hopefully you drop me one of them little funny uppy things. Follow me on Instagram if you really want to. Did start doing a little TikTok page as well. It's all under the same name. Oh, one thing I forgot. Do you like my new logo? I had the logo updated and changed a little bit to make it look more snaky related. So I'm really impressed with it. Going to be turning them into some stickers and that soon. Hit me up if you want me to send you one, because I'll quite happily send you one. Other than that, guys, I've run out of things to say. So you must be bored of me. I must be bored. I shall see you on the next one. Let me be a